Welcome to Strip Cover Lit, where we squeeze the bigger picture out of literature. I'm Adrian Fort.
And I'm Dalton Gentry.
And we are here for book news.
Book news.
March 2019.
I almost said 2019 as well, but like as soon as we echoed March, I'm like, nope, back out.
Yeah, it scares you.
It's a little weird. Yeah. It's a little weird. So March, not a good month for books. I'm not too excited about anything, any prospects for March.
Huge month on the birthday side.
Yeah. Well, and I'm not fair. It's not a good month for me.
Yeah.
I'm sure some people are excited about some of the books that are coming out in March, but it's not for me.
Yeah.
So, where do you want to start? You want to start with birthdays? Do you want to go books, birthdays, festivals?
We'll go books, festivals, birthdays. We always end with the birthdays.
Perfect. So, one of the big names that's coming out, Harlan Coben is coming out with a new novel, Runaway.
What's it about?
A thriller.
Okay.
It's a thriller novel. I think everything coming out this month is a thriller novel. I've never read Harlan Coben.
Okay.
I have no idea the fascination with Harlan Coben, but it is considered one of the big novels that's coming out in March, and I at least recognize the name from the bookstore. So I'm like, all right, mystery it is. It's a month for mysteries.
I thought it was thrillers.
Thrillers and mysteries are usually clumped in the same category. You didn't know that?
They're not the same thing.
You go to the bookstore, it's like thrillers and mysteries. And like anything literary is just a novel.
Maybe that's why I haven't seen them.
Yeah, science fiction, fantasy, same thing.
Yeah, I knew
Mystery
science
thriller.
fiction fantasy.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a pain in the ass, but it's a thing.
Mystery, thriller, romance?
No.
No? Okay.
No, maybe. Daisy Jones and the Six.
We should write mystery, thriller, romances, you and I.
You know what there's a huge market for that we haven't tapped into yet?
What's that?
Amish romance.
Yeah,
Christian
huge.
Amish romance. Huge.
Oh, it's huge.
We need to tap into the Christian Amish erotica novels.
You look like the Christian
I could pose
Amish,
on the covers.
You look like a Christian Amish bad boy.
Just call me Yo.
Like you don't have a motorcycle, but you've got a buggy with just two wheels.
Yeah, he just rides his donkey around. Smooth.
Rode into town on an ass. That's in the Bible.
Another bit of a thriller, I believe, here. Daisy Jones and the Six, being published, Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is a newer author here. I've actually never heard of this particular author. I believe she had one other big publication. This is a second novel coming out from her. So, a lot of anticipation for that one. And I even put in one for you.
What's that?
Superman. Dawnbreaker. DC is moving into the novel business now.
Dawnbreaker. I think I knew her.
Coming out from Matt De La Pena, this is a Superman novel. Because Superman movies have done so well in the past, why not a novel?
Yeah, I'm not against novelizations of comic book characters. I think that is certainly an interesting genre into which these characters could make a foray. I don't trust this.
Well, we've talked about it before with Harry Potter. You know, why hasn't she just kind of like sold off the rights and just let people go into their own canon?
Yeah.
It worked incredibly well for Star Wars. I mean, there are Star Wars novels galore, and people eat them up like hotcakes.
Yeah.
So my assumption is this is what we're doing with Superman. However, I'm not sure if I want to read a Superman novel. That does not sound appealing to me.
Okay.
Anyway. Girl, stop apologizing. A shame-free plan for embracing your goals. Rachel Hollis.
I suppose I'm not allowed to read this one.
I would like to hope you are going to read and review this one. I would like to make that promise for all of BookTube.
Stop apologizing. Girl, stop. Girl, please get out of my apartment.
So this is more this is more of an Adrian genre. This is a bit of self-help, actualization of goals, things like that. And these are books that you tend to pick up. Honestly, I have seen quite a few books around here. I have financial management books, actualization of goals. I don't know what the genre is for that. Self-help?
I'm not a big self-help guy.
Yeah.
I don't know what...
I would assume this would be like something you would at least have a comment on. You seem like somebody who would read one of these.
Girl, stop insinuating.
Wait, what's that 23 Reasons Whatever that you like?
What?
What book am I talking about? The 23 Reasons for Whatever or whatever?
What are you talking about?
It's the guy that everyone hates on the internet.
Oh, 12 Rules for Life.
See? 23 Reasons for Whatever. That's going to be my take on
yeah,
this.
12.
I should write a self-help book.
Yeah.
I should write a non-self-help book, the opposite of a self-help for the hipster in need.
The self-incrimination book, the self-destruction book.
23 somethings for whatever.
There you go.
God, we are... I don't know what we're doing here. I've just come up with my life goal.
Dalton, You and I both know damn well that's not going to happen.
It's going to be a pamphlet.
The title's as far as you'll get.
It's fair. It's a good
You're
idea.
going to laugh about it.
It's a good thought.
You'll have a drink, and you won't do anything with it.
That's fair. That's fair.
Do you need me to write this for you?
23 reasons for whatever.
And we'll just publish it and put your face on the cover.
Maybe.
But everyone will know you from those Amish novels?
I'm going to be the Fabio of the Amish community. This is so exciting. And the best part is, none of them, no competition. They won't get their picture taken. It's fabulous. It's fabulous. One more big novel coming out in the month of March. Cemetery Road, Greg Isles.
I was going to say, I fear the comment section, but they're not going to see this.
Welcome to March Book News, where we just rip on the Amish because they can't defend themselves.
We make jokes about people who can't defend themselves.
I'm going to have a hit put out for me in Jamesport. That's an Amish community.
You'd better walk faster. These horses are keeping up with you. I don't know why Amish people sound like Canadians, but but I imagine that they came down through Canada.
This might slip into a little bit of a variety hour, but I have a story now. I have to tell it. I have to tell it. So I actually used to date a girl who lived in Jamesport.
Yeah.
So I would go up pick her up, not Amish, but she lived there, and that's a large Amish community in Northwest Missouri, and those sneaky bastards, the Amish.
You're just going all out,
So I'm at a stoplight one night, and one of them rolls up to me in his horse and buggy. I wave, and he's doing the window thing. So I roll down the window. He's like, "Hey, got any cigarettes?"
I was gonna.
And I do, but I'm not going to give them to you. And I'm like, "No." He's like, "All right then," and he turns up his boom box in the back of the horse and buggy and just rides off into the sunset.
That was your roommate, Josh.
That could have been Josh. That could have been Josh. Anyway, one more book for March of 2019, not Amish related. Cemetery Road, Greg Isles. This is another mystery thriller genre. Greg Isles, I've been around the business for a long time. A lot of big fans of his novels, so we wanted to give him a mention as well.
Not Amish related. Dalton, who do you think erects all the cemeteries around the country?
My God. We should take Bantam to Jamesport.
Yeah, it's just stomping grapes and.
I've been grape stomping. It's a time. You should try it.
I don't think so.
It smells terrible.
Yeah,
people's
but it
feet
does.
and grapes. It just doesn't mix well. Anyway, if you are in existence, I don't know where I was going with that, but there will be book festivals coming to you regardless of where you are in this lovely world. A couple big name festivals happening in March. We have the Augusta Literary Festival in Augusta, Georgia, which would be, I think, the closest one to us that I saw. Pretty sure, but I don't think we're going to make it to Georgia. However, we do have a lot of viewers from the UK, so the London Book Fair is coming. It's a large event in London, obviously. And finally, the Tucson Festival of Books, Tucson, Arizona. Tucson, which apparently it will be snowing at, because it's snowing in Arizona recently, which is ridiculous. So anyway, not a huge month for titles for me. Literary festivals are starting to get into full swing. I think next month's going to be a lot bigger for that. But we have some birthdays.
I'm here with the history lesson. March 1st, the birthday of Ralph Ellison in 1913. March 2nd, the best-known literary doctor there ever was, Dr. Seuss.
Okay.
Born in guess what year?
Early 1900s.
1904. You looked at my notes.
I didn't, actually.
Also, March 2nd, John Irving.
Okay.
1942. March 6th, we have Elizabeth Barrett Browning in 1806.
Have we reviewed some Elizabeth Barrett Browning for the channel?
I believe so, yeah.
I think we have.
Also, Gabriel Garcia Marquez in 1928. March 9th, Mickey Spillane, 1918.
I'm not familiar.
Pulp.
Okay.
March 12th, Dalton's favorite author of all time, Jack Kerouac.
Oh dear.
In 1922.
No one cares.
Oh, I thought you had a story there. You went into story
I
mode.
do. So we did the bookshelf tour recently. It was a new thing we tried out.
Yeah.
And somehow On the Road was mixed into my book. So I just grabbed the shelf and went through it halfway through. I'm like, oh God, I have to talk about it again. It's gonna haunt me forever.
Yeah, I saw your bookshelf tour. I think they're literally supposed to be tours of the bookshelf, not just I've got a pile of books on my table.
Well, I have a single lamp in my bedroom. There's no lighting, and I'd be sitting on the floor. It just would not be good material.
Dalton, everyone knows that's you at home anyway.
That's fair.
Sitting on the floor with a single lamp, got a tambourine.
I don't play tambourine, sir. I'm more of a bongos man.
Somebody's got a tambourine.
Josh
I know
has
somebody.
the Josh is a tambourine man. Anyway.
A tambourine and a little skirt. Just, I don't remember where we were. March 18th, John Updike in 1932.
Okay, big name.
March 19th, a writer who is fairly new to the channel, Philip Roth, in 1933.
You enjoy Philip Roth.
March 20th, Ovid.
Been a while.
Don't look at my notes.
Been a while.
Yeah, Ovid in 43 BC. I don't know if that's an official date or a guesstimate. Oftentimes, old birthdays are guesstimates.
Hell of a publisher, though.
Yeah,
man. Still getting the chops.
Really
going.
ripped through it. No releases, new releases from Ovid, I don't think.
You know, we're still waiting on the new Ovid.
Yeah. Also on the 20th, Henrik Ibsen in 1828.
Why do I know that name?
Dollhouse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ew.
March 22nd, 1908, saw the birth of Louis L'Amour.
We read...
As well as anyone who's ever finished a Louis L'Amour novel.
We read a Louis L'Amour novel.
I didn't finish that son of a bitch.
You didn't read Hondo?
No, I didn't finish it. I wasn't born in 1908. Did you finish it?
Yes. I read Hondo.
You mean to tell me that the one book that you finished in all of college was Hondo by Louis L'Amour?
My entire literary experience, my degree just says Hondo.
Yeah. You're
I am Hondo.
Graduated with honors in Hondo.
It's like when did you have the book it things when you were a kid? The Pizza Hut book it? Where you read the book and you did the reviews, they gave you a personal pan pizza?
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, I'm going to get a sticker that says Red Hondo.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Jeez, how do you remember that stuff?
I have no idea. I like personal pan pizzas. So I'm still hoping they bring it back around because we would make a killing.
That's what that's what forced you, or convinced you to go into literature in the first place?
That's when I decided that, like, I want to be in the field of literature because if I read a book, they'll give me a pizza. It's not a bad deal.
March 25th, 1925. Flannery O'Connor.
Good name.
Great name.
Great name.
We need to work more Flannery onto the channel.
I would be perfectly okay with that.
Another author we need to work more of onto the channel, March 25th, 1939, Toni Cade Bambara.
Okay. Girl, correct?
No.
No?
The Lesson.
The Lesson. It was one that we just recently had uploaded, published, and I couldn't remember if it was Girl or The Lesson.
The Lesson. I don't know if The Lesson has dropped yet, honestly.
Honestly? Why was I looking at it the other day then?
Dalton, how am I supposed to know what you were doing?
Anyway, good author. Good author.
March 26th is a big day. Guess who was born then?
Who was born then?
A.E. Housman in 1859.
Okay.
Robert Frost in 1874.
Biggest name in poetry you can get.
Joseph Campbell in 1904.
Strange character, Joseph Campbell.
Tennessee Williams in 1911. And Erika Jong in 1942.
That pretty much like covers the spectrum of literature. You have plays, you have poetry, you have whatever the hell Joseph Campbell was writing.
Nonfiction.
It's impressive.
Academe. And the final notable birthdays that I found in March were the 31st, Andrew Marvell in 1621, Nikolai Vasilievich Gogol in 1809,
Missed that one.
and Octavio Paz in 1914.
Okay.
Big month for literary birthdays. Although I guess when you're stretching all the way back to Ovid, perhaps it's not that big a month.
Now, do you share a birthday with anyone famous that you know of?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
You?
Wayne Brady.
You mean you're not the same guy?
No.
Oh, okay.
I know. It comes to a surprise as everyone. We look so much alike.
Yeah.
Oh, Wayne and I keep my head nice and shaved.
Got the same type of personality?
Clean shaved. No.
It was a joke, Dalton.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know if you didn't know who Wayne Brady is because, like, you haven't seen a TV in 20 years.
That was when Wayne Brady was on TV.
Oh my God, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You used to watch a lot of Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah.
My God.
I used to watch the original Whose Line Is It Anyway?
The English version?
Yes.
Oh, nothing good ever came from England.
Yes. Whose Line Is It Anyway in Monty Python?
I do.
It's about it.
Monty Python making
Christopher
a bit of a
Hitchens.
resurgence, on Netflix right now. Like, they just slung a ton of Monty Python content.
Really?
Something they call the best bits as well, where famous comedians, famous people talk about their favorite Monty Python bits. Like Jim Carrey even talked about a bit on there, and how it influenced them.
I don't like spam. We could just start doing our takes on Monty Python bits.
I will randomly, like, somebody will say something, and I'll just be like, "This parrot is no more," and no one gets it because nobody watches Monty Python.
Lack of culture.
Anyway,
Did you ever? So there was a. I think it was around the life of Brian, that they were on television, the guys doing an interview, basically against a priest. And the priest was saying, you can't say these things. These things are awful things to say. And they were all saying, well, I really don't think so. Just how they would,
There was one bit that I watched from Monty Python, which is just absolute genius. It was in like honor of the bombing of Pearl Harbor, like in memoriam to Pearl Harbor, which is a very sensitive subject, especially the further back you go, closer to it. And it was like, the Dover Women's Society were going to recreate the Battle of Pearl Harbor. It was like this huge buildup, and like these women were all just standing there, and they took their places, and they just ran at each other and started punching each other. That was the bit. That was it. Genius.
My favorite Monty Python moments, now that we're devolving into just schlock, the moment I knew I loved Monty Python, there's this long, drawn-out scene of not a sailboat, but like an escape boat.
Okay.
And it's on the ocean. They've got one lantern, and they land on the shore. They come off. It's pirates, and they've got this big old chest of booty, right? And they take that chest of booty, and they're struggling along the beach.
Okay.
And then they struggle up along against some rocks, and they walk right past a guy at a news desk, and he says, "Now for something completely different." That was the moment that changed the way I look at comedy.
You see, they put me always at ease when they let me know that I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay.
Yeah.
And that's all I needed in life.
That's all you do need in life.
That's all you need in life. Anyway, Adrian, let's end this.
So this was Book News Plus for March of 2019. We would appreciate it if you hit the like button, if you would like to help us grow. Maybe try to share this on some form of social medium. I'm not sure what goes around these days, what you kids are doing. And if you'd like to help us create more content here on Strip Cover Lit, there is, as always, a link to our Patreon to be found in the description below.